Hey there everyone, this is Super Inc. and I'm going to show you what I know about editing animations in the game Super Smash Bros. Melee. So I don't know a whole lot, but took some trial and error, and I figured just sharing what I have would help other people get into it as well. Wouldn't be as frustrating for people. First of all, you're going to need your game file and something to extract files out of it. So a lot of players in the scene are familiar with this tool, the GameCube Rebuilder program. So you'll just pick out your ISO. I'll just use this one. And I'm going to select Ganondorf's files. So we're going to look down here, PL, pretty much I think it just stands for player, and Ganon is going to be GN. We need to pull out these three files, that one ending in, wait, that's the wireframe. We need the one GN, GNAG, and then GNNR, which stands for the neutral skin, this costume skin. So alright, so now I've got my folders, or my files from the ISO. I just close this out. Next up, you're going to need a program that's called Smashboards. It is developed for making mods for Smash 4, the Wii U Smash Brothers game. However, the guy that made it, he also implemented some things that helped you mod things for Melee too, which is awesome. So we're going to take these files that we just extracted, we're going to drag them over to this. Basically just want to say yes to everything, sets up all the models and imports everything. And boom, there you go. So this is Ganondorf. You can see his model. For some reason, you'll see, but it has troubles exporting the model. So I'm not exactly sure how that all works. But basically what we're pulling out of this are the bones that you can see that are in here, the highlighted blue lines with the green dots, circles. These are the bones that animate Ganondorf. Actually, trying to watch animations in here is kind of doesn't really work. You'll see. Like, here, I'll just show it off. Basically turns into nightmare fuel. So it looks good at first, then you play it, goes all funky. Looks like an alien or something. But basically, as you can see, even though all the textures and the models all scrambled up and stuff, the bones themselves are actually animated just fine. They're actually matching up perfectly, so that's good. That's what we're doing. So basically, what we're going to do is we need to export these bones, the skeleton, the model right here, the neutral skin. We're going to export this, and it only exports as a source model. So I'm just going to name that there. So now we get this source model file, which then you have to next pull up the program called Noesis. I'll provide the link in the description, you'll see. And then basically we have to find that source model file with this. So that's going to be, so then we got to change the file that it's looking for down here. Valve SMD, that's what we're looking for. We might have to back out again so it recognizes. So here we go, this is the source model file we exported with Smashboards. I want to double click that. So as you can see, this isn't really used for exporting models. I think exporting models, you have to rig them by hand. And it might be something to do with like weight painting it correctly or something. But basically, it's all kinds of messed up. You can't really use the model for anything, which is unfortunate. Hopefully in the future that gets fixed. But one thing we do get still is the skeleton still there, working order, which is good. So basically now we want to export the skeleton with a file that is a more modern file that programs can read. Probably something like this, the d.dae. So we can export that here. That shows up right here, the DAE file. And you probably, the program you want to use to open this file, you probably want to use Maya. Something that can read .anim, A-N-I-M files. Looks like this. If you can zoom in on that. All I've got is Blender, which doesn't really work with those type of files. Here, let me start with the fresh one so you can see. So go into your program of choice. Like I said, you'll want pretty much is required to use Maya, which is unfortunate. Hopefully you can get it through like being a student or something. All I've got is Blender, which will kind of just show you the gist of what's going on here. But you would do something like this, import, and then go find your file right here. So back, we got this real messy model. It's all scrambled. Parts of it are still good. Like you can see Ganon's sword down in there. I wish you could get it easily, but there's not really a way to do that. Anyways, now we got to just delete all this mess. So yeah, there we go. So now we got just our skeleton still here, unaffected by the export. So this is what we want. So yeah, select the skeleton. Then you could do something like this. Look at the armature and the bones. You then do something like pose mode, which then, I need to, there we go. Change the view so you can actually see where the joints are. Makes it easier to select. And then you can move it and stuff like that. So this allows you to create an animation. Obviously, you're going to need to take a lot of time with this to make it look good. But, yeah, this is how you can change the poses and make new moves in Melee. So this is relatively unexplored. So if you find some stuff that's useful that you learn, please share it so we can spread the word, get this out. And then basically, once you set up your pose and put in your keyframes and stuff by putting in your different poses and then the keyframes, then you export it. Since you'd be ideally using Maya. I don't think Blender works at all really. It doesn't export to that .anim file. But Maya, you'd export it as .anim. And once you get that, then you can bring it over here, back to Smashforge. Oh, hold on, not that. And if you select one of these, you can import, and it lets you import the different animations that you create. So something like this even. Let's see if I can just do something real simple. So we'll do, this is up tilt. Let's do this. Save it as animation. Name that up tilt. And then we do something like this. So this would technically be his jab. So look at just how the skeleton is moving. That's his jab. We could import up tilt over. See, so now I'm looking at, this is now mapped over his jab. So fresh animation, if you got the right file. It's got clown feet. If you got the right file to export it, you can make your animation, import it here, and then you would save this. Once you're done changing everything, you'd want to save it like that. So the .dat file, you'd save it like this, and then animation, something like that. And then you go back to your GameCube rebuilder and import that new file with the new animation. So that basically covers making new animations for Melee. I hope you go wild with this. There's a lot you could do. And we've waited a long time for this to be available. So I hope you guys check it out. Have some fun with it. If you learn anything that I didn't cover, definitely share so we can all benefit. And yeah, most importantly, just have fun with Melee. So hope you like this video. Thanks.